Jaguars. The Jaguars just traded up for Travis Hunter.
Who killed the Browns?
Look at me. Spoiler alert. This is how dumb the Browns are, okay? They got a generational guy on the board sitting right at their left that plays two different positions. And what do the Browns do? They trade back.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Because they are a garbage organization and a garbage franchise. This is why they're never going to be good. This is why they traded a guy like Baker Mayfield, even though he won them a playoff game, and they brought in a serial rapist like Deshaun Watson. They keep justifying his behavior. This is the kind of move that a poverty franchise makes. They trade away from Travis Hunter. Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Check it out.
Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
Brown's gonna brown. What's up, everybody? It's the Major General Mario here of Let's Talk Broncos with LT Bree. We're here with Cameron Parker. Do you know Cameron Parker? No? Well, you should. Too bad. Cameron, what are the Broncos gonna do with their first round pick? And if you say someone from Nebraska, I'm gonna slap you in front of all these people.
They're going to trade up for Ashton Jenkins.
Bree, what do you think about that?
That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
That's a terrible idea, Cam. I think you need to be slapped. For real, Cam, who are they going to take? I know. Thank you for playing along, Cam. Okay, who are they taking?
They're going to draft Travion Henderson.
It's really interesting, Bree. You know who Cam has been saying for months, years, that they have been taking? Is this my mic or your mic? Are we plugged in? You know who he's been saying they're going to take? Amike Bupa.
What did he say?
How do we pronounce his? What's his name? Yeah, sure, whatever, Cam. He's a Nebraska guy, like he can pronounce anything. And now all of a sudden he wants Travion Henderson. Bree.
Yes.
Is he kind of playing both sides of the aisle here?
Cameron Parker playing both sides? Never.
Sounds exactly like something Cameron Parker would do. Thanks, Cam. You pass on Travis Hunter for Mason. It doesn't matter how many picks you get. Ashton Jenkins right there. George Sanders is right there. And you take Mason Graham.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
LT Bree and I are now here with the best wide receiver in all of Let's Talk Broncos, Carter Dillon. Carter, who are the Broncos taking?
Running back, Omari Hampton.
I don't know if that's a happy dance.
Bree, what do we think about that?
I don't love it.
What? Why? Do you like anything?
Why do
Hey, give me a second, Carter. Why must you just laugh at my pain? Why do you not like anything that I like?
Because the minute you like something, it completely ruins everything we've got going.
But I'm so sick of hearing that. First my wife, now you. I quit.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
You look fantastic.
2 hours later.
You gotta earn it.
Dude, I really do. Jeez. I'm gonna get a steak now.
3 hours later.
Any day now, Jack.
Dude, I'm not the problem.
Many hours later.
Draft picks have gone by.
Classic Mario.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
We're gonna have to edit this.
Happy draft day, Zach.
I wanted that guy. I wanted that guy really bad.
Who's ready for the raffle? The first giveaway will be this Terrell Davis Funko Pop. Super adorable. Great for any Bronco fan collection. 240. Whiskey Broncos edition. We got a winner! This tequila company we're 2 weeks old. 2 weeks old!
This is me with my inner child. All of our possessions in one hand. Our dog, Jeffrey, stepping off the cliff into the unknown adventures of life. And that's what this brand is all about. We're inviting people to give themselves permission to live their best life.
The winner of the F Yeah Tequila.
This is the worst.
Legally, I think we have to give it to Eric.
All right, so because a child won the tequila, she instead gets a Tim Patrick Broncos jersey. I would guess offensive line here, but they've done a good job reworking the offensive line in the offseason. It feels early for Hampton, but like Swift isn't going to get it done, and a running back like Hampton helps out Caleb Williams. Maybe it's a defensive lineman, like maybe they're really high on a guy like Walter Nolan or a Derek Harmon type, because Mason Graham went a little soon. Mason Graham, I forgot, the Browns took Mason Graham. They passed on Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, and Ashton Jeanty for Mason Graham. Okay, sorry, I distracted myself. It could be another defensive lineman. Like, once upon a time, this pick could have been Will Johnson until he started, like, falling off draft boards. This is a really interesting pick. Loveland went before Warren.
Wow. To a team that has Komet under contract on a pretty big deal.
I like Komet more than Loveland. They just didn't use him right last year. But you know what?
I think Loveland will be better.
But you know what? Ben Johnson in this offense, they wanted to find their Laporta.
They want to run 12 personnel. They want to get heavy. They want to beat you up.
They think Colson Loveland is a Matt Laporta type or Sam Laporta type. Who's Matt Laporta? Is that like a Rockies pitcher from the 2000s? I think.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
All right, so I got a Marion Hampton. That's my prediction to be the Broncos pick at number 20 this year. I think the Broncos need a workhorse running back. A Marion Hampton would be exactly that. Zach, what do you have?
I got a Marion Hampton just like you, Joey, with the Cowboys not taking him. There's no real other running back teams between 12 and 20. I think he falls to the Broncos. I think it's a great pick.
I'm gonna buck the trend. We're going Travion Henderson because why not? Let's be a little different and original.
I can't believe this guy's still on the board. Let's go Travis Hunter.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Well, first of all, I think the right pick would be Carter Dillon. Just like Travis Hunter, do-it-all kind of guy. But realistically, they're not that blessed. So they're going to take Amari and Hampton.
You all look stupid. The Broncos are going to take Mason Taylor with their second first-round pick.
All those Georgia players always going to look at
I thought we looked pretty good.
I feel like just because the scheme itself is so good.
Well, you know, they've got to beef up the defensive line. Shamar Stewart, high motor guy, not a ton of production, but really, really high ceiling, good value here.
Me personally, I just don't think Shamar Stewart is very good right now. I think he's a very raw football player. You know, they put up his RAS score next to Myles Garrett. It's just more of an indication of how these guys could have similar sizes, speeds, everything like that, and be completely different players. We'll see if he can develop in the league, but this one's more of a boomer bust pick.
I'm talking to Patrick Keote right now, and he's just as confused about this pick as me. But I guess they're wanting an heir apparent to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, so we'll see.
Yeah, it must be that. I mean, they have Jalen McMillan, already a promising young receiver. They really needed help on defense, but I love Igbuka. He's a really good player. I like the value.
Talking about Barron's a goddamn, like, this allows them to keep the number one secondary shit. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, he's a sick player. Get footage of Zach saying how much he hates the pick. That usually pans out pretty well for us.
I'm excited about it. I'm not upset. I think a lot of people were shocked, and I think this is a really good pick for the position the Broncos are in moving forward. So I'm a fan of it.
Aaron just gets picked, and Frankie is already watching film. Frankie's the man.
Best player available. We've been talking about it for seasons. They need to add star players on both sides of the ball. Jahdae Barron is one of the top 5 defensive players in this class. He was a huge impact player for Texas, that star safety role. He can also let them activate some of those 3 safety sets I've been hoping Vance Joseph will lean into. This is the pick right here that can turn the Broncos defense in from the number 3 defense into the number 1 defense in the league.
I totally agree with you, Frankie, because the thing is there's multiple running backs that they could get.
Omarion Hampton isn't off the board at 20. We're not worried about it at all.
What could possibly go wrong? As it turned out, everything.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That's a nightmare. That's gonna be not fun to see 2 times a year for the next several years.
So Genty to the Raiders, Hampton to the Chargers.
I mean, good thing you just got a cornerback that's really good at making plays in the run game. I hope he's able to tackle Omarion Hampton.
That's such a good pick for them. I'm so bummed. I like Barron. I love Barron. But Hampton, first Genty to the Raiders, now Hampton to the Chargers. Barron's going to be busy, I guess. Oh, that's a great pick. Matthew Golden should have gone way sooner, I think. I think he and Ted McMillan are much closer as a receiver than where they ended up in the draft. I think Green Bay finally got like a true wide receiver 1 that they've been looking for. They have a lot of different guys that do a lot of different things, and I think Golden can finally solidify that. A weapon for Jordan Love. Really good pick for the Packers.
It wasn't a 4.29. That was a combine farce. I like Golden, good player, good hands. Didn't run a 4.29.
That's not Shador. I know. If he says start, you go.
Shador is built to handle New York.
Doesn't matter. It's Daboll.
You gotta, yeah.
It's the head
Daboll
coach.
has to get his guy, I guess.
Daboll got his guy.
This is crazy.
That's his guy.
You know what? The Giants deserve to be asked. You deserve to be asked, Giants. Passing on Shador.
DeBond just fired himself. Is what just happened right there.
No, the GM listened to his son and made the pick.
You know,
His son posted it last night.
who wrote Madden? Because they just gave him a little preview right there.
Let this guy pay my rent $700. I have $100.
Look at those dumb glasses. Who wears dumb clear glasses like that? What an idiot.
Aggravates the stew out of me.
Fucking loser. Greener Pierce.
This is what pisses me off. They act like Shador punched a baby, but they'll draft by Green.
Right here, right here.
Real criminal.
Mario, Brian Daboll says he sees the same traits in Jackson Dart as he did Josh Allen. What's your take on that?
Wow. Well, I like Brian Daboll. Seems like a good coach. Seems like a good guy. A guy I'd like to have a beer with. But if you watch Jackson Dart and you think that he's anything like Josh Allen, the reigning NFL MVP, Brian Daboll might be the very first NFL coach to have CTE. Because that's the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my entire life.
Who?
Holy cow! That dude has more red flags than the United Nations. What are you doing? There's my boy. That's a great pick. Every single year, stud players fall into their G-damn laps like it's nothing. Not sure why they felt the need to go over the Chiefs, but wow.
I love you, Vic Fangio. I want your meatball recipe.
Come here. I have something to tell you. I don't know anything about Josh Simmons, but what I can tell you is that now that he is a Kansas City Chief, he will be arrested within the next 2 to 3 years. Guaranteed.
That's a good pick. It's a damn good pick. It's a damn good pick.
First round.
It was very shocking. I had no idea the Broncos were going to draft a corner. I scouted a bunch of positions I thought the Broncos would draft, including running back, tight end, interior defensive lineman. You know what I do have to say? I will say, article coming soon. I honestly don't know right now. First initial thoughts is I know he plays a little nickel, maybe a McMillan replacement.
I think it's an interesting pick. I think it's maybe the most surprising direction they could have gone. Leading up to the draft, I said, well, the things they don't need and they won't take in the first round are a quarterback or a cornerback, and that's the direction they go. That said, I think Barron's one of the 15, maybe even the 10 best players in this class. He could have been one of their very few, if not their only, first-round grade remaining on their board. Everyone wants you to take BPA until a team actually does it. And you look at the teams that do it, it's the Eagles, it's the Ravens, it's the Steelers, it's the Packers, it's the teams with incredible organizational stability. It tends to work out over time. If you give it enough time, it tends to pan out. You know, not the best pick for 2025, but long term, probably a pretty great selection.
Pretty fun first round. I feel like we got a lot of players that we're kind of taking to teams that they're going to be able to succeed on. I like seeing teams like the Eagles and the Ravens just be able to kind of add to their arsenal a little bit more. I love watching the top teams get better with players that are going to be able to get well coached, have opportunities to do well. Denver got a player I like a lot, top 10 player in the draft. Let's go Denver.
2025 first round of the draft is in the books. Everything was fantastic. I mean, the best part about it, the thing that had me the most bricked up over anything, is that this whole place, look, gaze upon this. I know it's empty now. We packed this place. Let's Talk Broncos, altitude adjustment, full field read, everyone involved with LTB. We packed this place because that's who the people want to see. They don't want to go anywhere else and see anybody else. They want to come out here, they want to meet us, and they want to watch the draft with us. Those are my final thoughts. We put on a hell of a party. If you don't believe me, come out next year and you'll find out for yourself.
I'm very tired. I want to go home.
You did good, Bree.
Thanks, you did good.
Amber doesn't have to post it. These are the outtakes. Giannis is a that big Jokic all the way into
of this is making it to the final take.